Now hopefully it's not too windy so you guys can hear me properly, but welcome to my new car. And you guys might be thinking, damn, this is a seriously different car compared to what I've been driving previously. Yes, it is a BMW, but I went from, my most recent daily driver was a 25 plate BMW 7 Series 750e, and before that was an F90 M5. So why did I go to a 2012 BMW 5 Series estate? Couple of reasons behind that. One is the fact that I am a family man now. I do have a daughter, and with my wife and me, this car just made a lot of sense. See, I went with the 5 Series because, well, being an estate, these cars have so much boot space. There's a lot of interior space. So for me, my wife, my daughter, and for all the things that we're gonna have with us, there's just more than enough for us to be comfortable inside of the car. The 3 Series would have been great, and it's a bit more of a dynamic car. That would have been great to live with, but it's not as comfortable in terms of the space inside of the car. And I feel like this car is such a brilliant car for that. See, the F10 5 Series does have a lot of great things going for it. They're extremely well priced right now. This is a 520D, and I got this car for £3,500 from a trader. Okay, not a private sale, it was from a trader. You do get a bit more warranty and like a bit more protection from a government point of view and buying from a trader. And I thought, £3,500, this is so much car for the money. I'm going to go into the figures a bit more on a separate video with regards to my 7 Series, but that car was around £700 per month just on the lease deal. With a few months, I basically own this completely outright, and that makes a big difference when it comes to actually living in the current climate. Let's have a quick look around the car. Now, being a 2012, it's got the N47, I think it is, engine, which is known to have a few common faults, mainly being that the timing chain can go, but this one has already had that replaced. Personally speaking, I would like to replace it again just to make sure it's done in the highest quality with the most proper bits. Now, the receipt that I do have for the work is from a garage up in London, so I might even reach out to them to see if they have any more information about the work that was done on the car. For example, what exact brand was used, because I don't think that was mentioned in the receipt. But let's have a look at this interior. Now, this car has got 147,000 miles on the clock now, I think it is. Sorry, 154,000, basically 155,000 miles on the clock. But when you look at the interior, it looks incredibly well looked after. There's only a little bit of wear just over here, a little bit of wear there, and a little bit of wear on the steering wheel. Other than that, yeah, if I'm being honest, this trim does look like someone has cleaned these parts with some, I don't know what, but all the silver trim just have these little scratches all over them. There is a little bit missing just there, but I've got a replacement one of those. And when looking at the rear of the car, it's just, like I said, it's incredibly well looked after. Barely noticed that it's got that kind of mileage on it, and it's got the split tailgate, so you can open just the top part like this, or you can have the whole thing open up like so. And like I said, big pushchair, loads of bags and stuff just in case we need them for shopping and a few other bits that need to go to charity. So what's next with this car? Well, before I start modifying it, there's a few things that I want to do with the car whilst it's completely stock. A few challenges and just overall enjoying the car, going on a few road trips, because I want to have something to document the before and after. Because my goal is this: I want to take something like this, a standard BMW 5 Series with pretty much standard spec. It doesn't even have full electric seats, it's got the half electric ones. It's just a 520D, and I want to make something extremely fun to live with, something that's comfortable, looks good, still able to have fun with, and be relatively economical and easy to live with as well. And I hope this can be that. There's a lot of things that I want to do with the car. I've already got a couple of bits, like some bigger brake calipers from a 550i, I think it is. So we're going to have a big brake upgrade at the front. Want to do some suspension work, get the car lowered, maybe even change the rears instead of having airbags to just pure coilovers. Upgrade the infotainment system, sound system, do some ambient lighting, maybe even some starlights, change the headlights over, just basically the full works with this car. But before I do all of that, like I said, there's a few things I want to do with it whilst it's standard. One of them being, let's see how many miles you can get out of a full tank. And if my math is right, I think we could potentially drive the car from Birmingham to Monaco on one full tank. So that's something that I would love to look at doing. Before that, I will need to do some good servicing work on the car. And again, with the kind of car it is, I'm just so excited to just live with it. Now, I've already lived with the car for 2.5 months now, and it's been absolutely fantastic in that time period. In fact, in some ways, I will be honest in saying, I feel like I've bonded with the car and gelled with using it as a car quicker and better than I did with my 7 Series. And that's again one of the reasons why my review of that car was a bit harsh, but I was just being honest. Genuinely speaking, in this car, I've been able to enjoy just driving it on the motorway in more comfort than I somehow did in the 7 Series. Yes, the suspension, the tires were more comfortable in that, but the seating position of this is so great and so easy to just jump into. I'm always comfortable. So I'm super excited to share and document everything that it's like with living with this car. The craziest thing is, honestly, the fact that I've been able to get it for £3,500. It's a 520D. It's incredibly frugal on fuel, means it's extremely cheap to live with. My insurance now, it went from £200 a month with the M5, which jumped up to £300 a month, which then jumped down to £200 a month again in the 7 Series. Now I'm paying £70 a month on insurance in this car. Fuel wise, I'm saving a huge amount of money, and overall wear and tear, thankfully I haven't really had many problems in the car at all. I know that this headlight does have the common issue of getting condensation and stuff going into it, so I need to reseal that, which I'll do a video showing how to do that. I know that the parking sensors have started to play up. These are all really small common things that can be changed just like that in this car, and they're very inexpensive in the grand scheme of things. Considering the amount of money I'm saving on the lease or finance and fuel and all those kind of things, this car is basically going to pay itself off so quickly with me that I'm just going to be able to just enjoy having it. And that's what I want. I'm going to take this car out for drives all over the UK, experience some really fun roads, because even though it's a 520D, it's extremely fun to drive. And I actually feel like the 4-litre being at the front, whilst the car is so much wider than the 3 Series, it makes the car handle so light at the front. It's so much fun. Genuinely speaking, the 3-litre versions of this car, they're a lot heavier at the front, and it does change how they feel around corners. And let's be honest, the way the UK is right now, we're just full of speed cameras everywhere. And thank you everyone for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. I've been able to get monetized on the channel, which means when I start creating content, I'll be able to recoup some of the money from everything that goes into these cars, and be able to create some better content for you guys. The R32 is still going to be getting some work done, but we've got the E30 that needs to get finished next, so be tuned for that. I'm going to be carrying on doing car reviews and all those kind of things, and look out for a full car review on this once I've lived with it for a few more months and I can really be honest about what everything's been like to live with. But yeah, let's not make it too much longer. Thank you all for joining me in this video. I cannot wait to share what it's like with this car, and I look forward to seeing you all in a future video. Peace out. Bye.